Let me start with a question that might sting a little. Have you ever been more furious than the situation actually deserved? Like your kid spills something, they talk back, they whine, they move slow, they forget the same thing again. And suddenly, you're not just annoyed, you're boiling. If that's you, this video isn't here to shame you. It's here to help you. Because a lot of parents aren't angry parents. They're good parents with a nervous system that's overloaded. So today we're going step by step, not theory, not cute quotes, a real process to become the kind of parent who leads without losing it. And I want you to be honest during this video. Here's the first question. When you explode, what are you really afraid will happen if you don't? Step 1. Separate kid behavior from disrespect. Most parents don't get furious because the kid is being a kid. They get furious because they interpret it as something else. A kid whining becomes, they're trying to control me. A kid forgetting becomes, they don't care. A kid melting down becomes, they're being dramatic. A kid refusing becomes, they're disrespecting me. But here's a hard truth. Kids are not miniature adults. They don't have your brain. They don't have your emotional skills. They don't have your impulse control. So let's do a quick reset. Ask yourself this. Is my child being disrespectful? Or are they being underdeveloped? Because treating immaturity like rebellion will make you parent like a prison guard. And that's exhausting. Step 2. Identify your expectation trap. Let's talk about expectations. You said something really important. I believe kids should behave a certain way. That belief might not be wrong, but it can become a trap when your expectations are rigid instead of realistic. Rigid expectations sound like, my kid should be calm. My kid should listen the first time. My kid should behave in public. My kid should know better. Realistic expectations sounds like, my kid is learning calm. My kid is practicing listening. My kid is still developing self-control. Here's the question. Are your expectations based on how kids actually develop or how you wish they would behave so you can feel calm? Because your expectations might be less about your child and more about your need for order, respect, and control. And when that control disappears, you panic. Step 3. Learn your anger pattern. Anger rarely starts at level 10. It climbs. But most parents don't notice levels 2, 3, 4, and 5. They notice level 10 when they're already yelling. So we're going to map your anger escalator. Think about the last time you snapped. What happened right before the snap? Was it feeling ignored? Feeling embarrassed in public? Feeling like your authority didn't matter? Feeling disrespected because they talk back? Feeling overstimulated from noise, mess, chaos? Now here's the big question. When you get furious, are you reacting to your child or reacting to what their behavior means to you? Because anger is often a bodyguard emotion. It shows up to protect something underneath, like fear or shame or helplessness. Step 4. Replace control with leadership. Most of us were taught parenting is control. If you don't control your kid, you're failing. If your kid acts up, it reflects on you. If your kid disobeys, you need to get tougher. But healthy parenting is not control. It's leadership. Control says, do what I say or else. Leadership says, I'm calm enough to guide you through this. Control uses fear. Leadership uses clarity. Control is loud. Leadership is consistent. So let's ask, do you want a child who behaves when you're watching, or a child who learns how to manage themselves when you're not? Because fear can create compliance, but it doesn't create maturity. Step 5. Install a pause script. What to say when you're triggered. Here's where things become practical. When you're triggered, your brain goes into threat mode. You get tunnel vision. Your tone changes. You go into in the moment mode. So you need a script that interrupts the spiral. Here are a few options. Pick one and memorize it. Option A, I'm getting frustrated. I need a minute. We're going to reset. Option B, I can't talk to you like this. We're both going to calm down first. Option C, I love you. I'm not okay with what's happening. Pause. Say it out loud, even if you don't feel calm yet. Because the goal isn't to feel calm first. The goal is to act like the leader first. Here's a question. What would change in your home if your kids started hearing you pause instead of explode? Step 6. Use consequences that teach, not consequences that vent. A lot of consequences are secretly revenge. They aren't designed to teach. They're designed to release your anger. And kids can feel that. A teaching consequence has 3 qualities: related to the behavior, respectful in tone, repeatable without emotion. Example, if they throw a toy, the toy goes away. If they scream, they step away to calm down and try again. If they're disrespectful, you pause the conversation and restart with respectful words. But here's the key. You don't punish the emotion. You guide the behavior. Kids can feel mad. They just can't hit, scream at people, or destroy things. So you don't say, stop being dramatic. You say, it's okay to be upset. It's not okay to be hurtful. That one sentence changes everything. Step 7. Teach skills when everyone is calm. Most parents try to teach lessons during conflict. That's like trying to teach someone to swim while they're drowning. Instead, teach skills when calm. Here are 3 skills that reduce chaos long term. Skill 1. Redo. Try that again with a respectful voice. Skill 2. Name the feeling. It looks like you're frustrated. Tell me what's wrong. Skill 3. 2 choices. You can do A or B. You choose. Choices reduce power struggles because you stop fighting over control. And if your kid argues about every option, you say, you don't have to like the choices. You just have to choose one. Step 8. Repair after you blow it, because you will sometimes, let's be real, even if you do everything right, you'll still mess up sometimes. Repair isn't weakness. Repair is leadership. Here's a repair script. Hey, I need to apologize. I was really frustrated, and I spoke in a way that wasn't okay. You didn't deserve that tone. Next time I'm going to pause and reset. Can we try again? Do you know what that teaches your kid? That power doesn't mean you can be careless. That love includes accountability. That relationships can heal. And that's one of the most valuable lessons a child can learn. Question: did you grow up in a home where adults apologized? If not, you're breaking a cycle right now. Step 9. Fix the fuel, because anger gets worse when you're depleted. This part matters more than people admit. Your parenting gets worse when you're depleted. If you're tired, hungry, overstimulated, stressed, or unsupported, your patience shrinks. So you need a plan for your fuel, not just your child's behavior. Here are a few fuel questions. When do I usually snap? Morning, after work, bedtime? What do I need before those times? Food, quiet, help, structure? What boundaries do I need? Less phone, fewer commitments, more sleep. You're not weak for needing breaks. You're human. And your kids don't need a perfect parent. They need a parent who is stable enough to lead. Step 10. Redefine what good parenting actually means. Let's end with a mindset shift. Good parenting is not, my kids never act out. Good parenting is, my kids act out and I know how to handle it. Good parenting is not, I never get angry. Good parenting is, when I get angry, I don't turn it into harm. Good parenting is not, my kids fear me. Good parenting is, my kids respect me and feel safe with me. So here's the final question of the main video. When your kids are adults, what do you want them to remember about you? Your rules or your presence? Your control or your love? Because the goal isn't to raise well-behaved kids. It's to raise emotionally strong humans. And that starts with you becoming the calm leader they can borrow their nervous system from. If this helped you feel more in control of yourself, not just your kids, hit like and follow this channel. And I'd love to hear from you. What's the hardest moment for you as a parent? Morning chaos, public behavior, bedtime, or disrespect? Comment what you want the next video to be about, and we'll build a step-by-step plan together.